All right, gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Broco. It's the middle of August already, and I don't know about you guys. Uh, Starting to feel the pressure of the fall coming around, getting back in the routine. The weather hasn't quite broken yet, talking before the call. We've got some storms on the horizon, but we're ready for them. We're praying that they pass us on. I hope you guys have all been well. In true fashion, Luther always says a prayer over us. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, he is with the family and doing the things this evening. So I'm glad that we can host. I'm gonna go ahead and if y'all would join me, we'll just bow our heads for a minute and say a good word. Lord, we ask that you bless the men on this call, you bless their families, their business, and that you watch over them and guide them in the things that they do. And we ask you, Lord, that you put them in the path of those who are looking for their services, for their help, for their hand, so that they can help those who truly need a hand, that need to live a life that is fulfilling, that is healthy, and that is what you want for them. And Lord, we ask that you bless these men and those around them. Amen. And so, with that, gentlemen, tonight a little bit different. I would love to introduce you to a dude that inspires me every single day. Um, I put this out there in the chat, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. So, having been a freshman player on a state championship team, JV and varsity in our 1A, 2A, 3A district. They all play together. They know about community, they know about leadership, they know about mentorship, they know how to be a family. And seeing these boys come together, working from the time that they were 8 or 9 years old, even before that, but when their coach called them bobbleheads because their helmets were so big they couldn't really hold their head up, to the point in time that they were celebrating a state championship on a field with a goal that could not have been more perfect. I've shared that story. At 15 years old, he is the only sophomore drum major in the high school out of three drum majors that they have. Uh, Fourth in the state in his respective instrument, and what, third or fourth in your class?
Okay.
Third. He's a leader. He is a leader. And, when he was born, I told Christine, looking at him, he's going to be either smart, strong, or funny. But if he gets any combination of the three of those, he's going to be in really good shape and be set up for life. And I'll tell you, he's got a really, really good blend of all three of those, and he seems to be mastering them. He built this presentation to share with his drum cadre, or the drum line, the leadership cadre. I'm saying the drum. Um, and I felt that it was appropriate that we'd share it here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to my 15-year-old son, Jack. I share 15 because I think he's had a lot of accomplishments. And let me see. We're figuring out how to use this format. Insert. How do we make it full screen?
Um, Metro button up here.
Slideshow?
You click
All
to
right. So I'm going to go ahead and share this as we are learning. And his mom is taking pictures, which I think is pretty cool too.
share screen.
All right. And I'm going to turn it over. There you go.
Yeah,
You got the mouse.
yeah, so I'm Jack. I'm his son, of course. I built this for leadership, our leadership, a band leadership team, in I think about an hour last week. So yeah, it was originally we all had to come up with one form of leadership that we thought was very important. So I'm presenting my part, and that's initiative. So I have this quote from Robert Foster Bennett. He was an American businessman, politician, and the Utah senator for 6 years. Without initiative, leaders are simply workers in leadership positions. I thought that was really good, especially for our younger leadership team, the oldest person being 17, the youngest 14. It's you have to start. You have to start. That's the whole theme of this is you have to start. So Merriam-Webster defines it out independently of outside control, starting without any influence. You're influencing others. So John Maxwell's, you can have your own philosophy, but no matter what, it's going to start with getting started, making a commitment to grow daily. It's, you don't wait. You don't wait. And it's number seven, give up to go up. Everything. You have to get started. You have anything?
You know what, guys, John Maxwell, for those who have had the opportunity, as I'm looking, I'm not sure, Tommy, maybe you've had the chance at convention. John Maxwell has come and spoken with us several times. And there are, I couldn't, I could not pick a single of these steps to say is my favorite. I wish I could, but every one of these is so valuable and stands independently on its own. And I think in the things that we are doing, the things that we aim to do as we are dreaming big, which is number five, and we're making our priorities, we have to do these things. This is what we are being called to do, and this is what we have committed to doing by saying we're gonna be here. I mean, you guys showed up to a call. It's 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. We could be in bed, we could be watching TV, we could be doing the things. But we have made a commitment to grow daily. This is where we have our community on Thursday nights, which is the coolest thing. And as we value the process more than the events, that means that we're taking the action. In our business, we show up, we have the conversations. Can we control the outcome of the conversations? Absolutely not. We can influence them. But I'll tell you, I walked into a car dealership today, and from the time that individual said hello to me, I will tell you, I actually taught him a little bit, but there was no good outcome for that dealer when he talked to it. All we can do is go through the process and learn the things that will help us to serve people better. That process for him, I hope it was rewarding because it was probably a little bit painful, but in the future, we all have those events in our life. And when we learn from them, there is value in those experiences. That's where when you keep on showing up and you get the thousands of repetitions in, you become the expert. You become the one that people go to. It's all about the process. The inspiration, you could wait all day long. It's not going to be there. You have to do what you say you're going to do. I think initiative is a great subject for this because integrity ties in so closely with initiative, doing what you say you're going to do. But I love this, and I love that you use John Maxwell's Seven Steps to Success in there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot on here. I didn't get the chance to animate that. We're just starting with why does it matter? And it's you can't be without it. If not a single one of anybody took initiative, we wouldn't be anywhere. Like I don't know anybody's backstories on here, but I know that there's a lot of people who without Plexus, they wouldn't be in a good situation, I don't think. There could be
If you guys want to
it's
drop it in the comments how Plexus has helped you, like that would be super cool. Yeah.
yeah, it's you have to get started. I'm gonna say that a lot, but I really do think that's true. And then moving forward, the greatest mistake we can make is not doing anything at all. The opportunity to improve is all around us. That might not tie in entirely to Plexus. I'm not too familiar with network marketing, but I think the first part of that is true to everything. You have to do something. If it's a mistake, you can still move on from that.
And so we've got a saying, a rising tide lifts all the ships. When we're moving together, Ethan's on my team, but Ian is nowhere near my team. Tommy, Tyler, you guys, we're all apart. But when we come together, when we have crowds of 5, 10, 20 people in here, we all grow together. That's the opportunity when we're improving everybody around us. That's perfect. Yeah. And that leads to that right there.
Yeah, this does tie in pretty well to Plexus, inspiring a domino effect. That's the best way I've heard you talking about it a lot is getting more people to sign more people up. Yeah, you can do that through your story. You can teach people how. It doesn't matter how you do it, but
Yeah.
inspire it. So what can you do? This is just a few short bullets. You can get started now. That's what initiative is. It's simply said, but that first step won't be easy for most people. You can lead by example when you're leading your teams. If you're leading something like this, you can lead by example. This is a quote from my dad right here. If those who I lead do what I did today, how would I feel about it? I don't know how much work you guys did today. I know I came in after our band camp and he was working. He's working now. He took a 1 minute break to use the bathroom. Yeah, it's put in the work and get started. You can fill in the gaps of people. I heard you said it's 20 people on here sometimes.
There are nights that we'll have a lot of people. Yeah, we've had 15, 20. There are nights that we've had more than 100. Yeah.
That's, yeah, there's just like with your running mate, she dropped out, but yeah, you filled in and you're still doing it. You didn't drop out. And then don't wait and step up. Those tie in pretty easily. You can do what needs to be done. This is more for a band. You can do what needs to be done, and then you can do it when it needs to be done.
I think we can recognize that as we're taking care of the people that we're inviting to join us. Do they need help? Are we checking on them? Are we making sure they're having the best product experience? Because you can, if anybody that joined the call I was on with Joey the other night, Joey Nye, for anybody who knows her, we were talking. This isn't Amazon. People are coming to us to buy supplements. They can go to GNC, they can go to bodybuilding.com, they can go to all these different websites. They are coming to us for a reason. They're trusting us. We have to step up and be that individual that we are portraying we won't be. So if we're telling them we're going to check in as we're helping them check out, we're actually going to check in with them. If they need a hand with a nutrition plan, I'll tell you, I'm not writing a nutrition plan, but I've got a Chat GPT subscription. And I could say, this is where they're at, write me a nutrition plan, and I'm going to send it to them. There's nothing wrong with doing that. We know how to do it. So you used Ed Milet. Go ahead. I'll let you wrap that up.
Yeah, this is my last quote for the presentation. It's Ed Milet. If you were at a convention, you know he was phenomenal. Every single successful person has had to face moments when there was no logic or reason that indicated they should continue. Zero motivation and inspiration. Still, they showed up and put one foot in front of the other, anyways. I think that's amazing because there's going to be some days, I don't know exactly what's discouraging in Plexus. Maybe a slow month where you've got one person signed up and it's August 30th at 11 o'clock.
If you guys have ever been discouraged, please feel free to drop a one in the comments right now. Totally get
Yeah,
it. If you've ever been discouraged, I'm going to give you some belief here before we take off. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, that's all I had.
All right.
Yeah, shoot wrap it.
So, gentlemen, he made this, and I'll tell you, again, super proud dad. I did not go through that with him. I had only looked over his shoulder, and him coming to convention this past year, I think, thank you for that, Tommy. I think is a testament to what we're doing. We have a company where men and women can bring their newborns in and just from the time they're babies, they're welcome in our company. And they can come to the events and they can do the things and they can learn about leadership and they can learn about stepping up and taking initiative and doing the things. And why does that matter now? Tyler, I see you left a comment here. Let me bring that up. Um, Let me keeping head trash out this month. We have to do that. We have to make a commitment to that. And I'll tell you, this month is going to be a month for building belief because as the moms and dads are getting back into school, and as some of the moms and dads, Tommy, I don't know if you have any going to school this year. Um, we're at that point where season is changing. We're about to be inside a whole lot more. Are we going to sit around the house? Are we going to be, that's awesome. I'm not ready for that. I'm not even ready to think about that right now. what are we going to be doing with our time? If we are saying that we are going to provide an extra $2,000 a month income to our family, do we have a map? Do we have a plan? Are we being honest about where we are starting from? Because if we're saying this is where we're going, but we don't know where we are, y'all, I'll tell you, when I take my boat offshore, you better believe I know exactly where I am in the world when I'm 30, 40, 50 miles out. Because if I start in a direction and I get that wrong, my wife's going to be upset. I'm going to be sending up the GPS signal to the Coast Guard. She's going to be getting a phone call saying, "Hey, do you know that your GPS locator is 150 miles offshore?" We have to be honest with where we are. We have to drop up a plan. And I will tell you, for those who did not have the opportunity to jump on yesterday, y'all need to take a very serious look at this trip to Cancun and drop a map on how to get there. I drew one up my call before when he got home. I was sitting down with my friend Kristen. If you added 6 people this month, say you host a reset challenge, you host 6 people with a triplex and reset, and then you do the same thing next month and you help one person go silver. Between any rank ups that y'all might have, as I'm looking, I'm not, Tommy, what rank are you? And Tyler, what rank are you?
I'm senior silver right now.
Okay. And Tyler's also senior silver. So if we step that up, maybe we put this together as a men's group. If that's something that you guys want, we could try and run a men's reset challenge. I'd be for that. Um, Probably be a really good thing because women get kind of upset when they see the guys losing all the weight. And they're like, I lost 2 pounds less. And it's like, you still lost 5, 6 pounds. Like, I'd be happy for you. But I will tell you, if you did that for 2 months in a row and you retain those people, and then somewhere in the middle of next month and the month after, you build 2 silvers, you'll be just about at, I'm sorry, going into October, doing that, and then duplicating one more time in October, you'll be knocking on the door of the second retention prize, which is, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think that's the Fly With Me $500 flight credit, or you're getting some artwork. Either way, you're getting a trip to Cancun, all expenses paid, 3 night at one of the top resorts in the country. Um, I mean, Tyler, I know I bumped into you at convention. I mean, looking like saw you guys at convention. If you imagine convention distilled down to the best attitudes, the happiest people, just all the love, that's what Leaders Retreat is. But we're hanging out at the pool, having drinks. Maybe we're on the beach jumping in as, the parents who brought their kids are questioning their life decisions and swearing at the kids to come back into the shallow water. Like, it is the best time, guys. I am telling you, it is amazing. I don't know what I need to say to inspire you to start sending messages to your people today, but you should message every single person that you've been talking to, whether it's about the product, whether they're already ordering, whether they ordered a year ago once and they never ordered again. Ask them if they want to come with you. Ask them if you can show them how to make $1,000 with this company. Ask them if you can help them if they're ready for it. There are people who are out there who are waiting for the invitation, and you're going to message them and they're going to say, you know what, I've been thinking about it for months. I've been watching your story. Tyler, I've seen how much you have just changed your life. Ethan, dude, like there used to be 2 of you and now there's one. I don't even like it's mind blowing seeing the before and after picture that you shared earlier this week. Ian might have, I was about to call Ian out. I don't know. Maybe he probably had to run on a call. Like, guys, we have what so many are looking for. We just have to tell them. And maybe it feels funny because I don't know. It felt funny to me at first because I was like, people are gonna think I'm trying to sell to them. If you're actually trying to help them out, if you're saying, hey man, I know you're tired of carrying that belly around. I know you're tired of not sleeping well. I know you're tired of having high blood pressure and the doctor telling you that it needs to get better. You're tired of your wife telling you that something needs to change, taking naps all the time. That's what we need to help with. It doesn't have to be crazy complicated. It can be a simple 2, 3 line message. Hey man, I know you're dealing with this. Can I help you out? Would you be open to taking a look? Do you want to know what helped me? People don't say no to those messages all that often. They do say no, and that's okay. But usually, if nothing else, they'll just leave it on red. And it's nothing personal. They just don't know how to deal with the fact that you're calling them out and they're not ready to make a change. But I will tell you, if you go in from a place of sincerity, from a place of honesty, and a place where you are truly looking to make them better, going back to the initiative as we're working on ourselves every single day, there are people who are coming around to the idea that maybe that's where they need to be in life right now. Those are the ones that we are going to help out. And those are the ones that you can say, look, if you want to learn how to make 1,000, 1,500, $2,000 in the next month or two, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to show you the rules for how to get to Punta Cana, and we'll draw out a map and we'll see if you want to go on that trip with us. Because I'd love to have you on the beach with me. Doesn't have to be crazy. So with that, I want to be respectful of y'all's time. It's 9:26. Um, any questions? Let me check in the chat here. I didn't have that up. Um, all right. So I think we need to look at having a reset challenge for the men's accountability group. Luther and I are going to be hosting at least a working 30, if not a working hour, once or twice a week for the men in the very near future, probably as soon as kids are back in school. We'll be here for you guys, and that'll just be a guided work day. So, any other questions? Anything I can answer for y'all?
Not to really just stay away from that hurricane, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're about 75, yeah, about 75, 80 miles of highway from Wilmington, probably only about 35, 40 if we were to go over water. So it's a bend right there. But y'all, I appreciate it. To my son Jack, like super appreciate you jumping on here. Very, very cool. Um, there are men and women all around us who are looking for help. Just go out and ask them, guys. That simple. But I love y'all. Be well, take care, have a good night, and can't wait to see you next week. Luther will be back. Take care.
Fantastic job, Jack.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you, Tommy. Later.